Right, real quick, I'm gonna try to make this video. There's been some people out there asking me what they should do when they're getting out of the military and they're trying to get into the HVAC or any type of trade. This is really gonna cover HVAC. There's not too many schools for plumbing, I don't believe, anyway, out here in my area. HVAC, electrical, and plumbing. So, like I said, this is gonna be for military that are getting ready to transition out and try to get into a trade. So everybody has a different recipe. Here's what mine is, and this has been successful for me helping others. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own business and does things the way they want to do them. My situation, I did HVAC since I was a kid with my father, but I also did it in the military. I got a lot of certifications in the military as well. So when I got out, I didn't have to go to school for any amount of time. I didn't have to work for nobody. They just gave me my contractor's license, allowed me to get it due to my background and experience. But that's not going to be for everybody, okay? So my recommendation is if you're transitioning out of the military, you want to get into HVAC, or I'm just going to use this video HVAC only, okay? So you want to do HVAC, HVACR. When you get out, whether you do 20 years or whether you do 4 years, they're going to give you $2,500 a month in California. Every state varies, but they give you a $2,500 a month stipend check, tax-free, and they pay for your college up to 36 months. So you can take the whole program and get the bachelor's degree, or you can just take the 10-month program and get the certificate. I recommend getting the certificate. That'll get you out there and get you moving quickly. So you get into school, and remember, when you go to these schools, a lot of them are just a money grab. So you're gonna have to pull the information out of some of the instructors. Some of them aren't like that, but for the most part, it is. So you get into school, you start collecting that stipend check. Take that stipend check as much as you can the first 3 or 4 months and buy every tool out there that you need to make your job easier. Get all the high-tech tools. So that's gonna be about between $5,000 and $8,000 worth of tools right there, bam. And that's a lot of tools. You can buy a lot of tools and get set up. So that's the first 3 months. And along with that, if you can get a truck, some type of vehicle, a small van, then go ahead and get that and start stocking it up. So you're gonna use their money that they're giving you or that you've earned and start building your tool chest and get a vehicle. So that's gonna put you probably 3 to 5 months into school, right? So now, as you're in school, learn as much as you can. Most of these places have job placement before you even get out, okay? However, if you have military experience, I had a friend that was a sniper in the Marine Corps, okay? He was a sniper, and he worked on the engineering side somewhere in the Marines. It wasn't anything to do with HVAC, he was just an engineer. So they allowed him to waive that 4 years and get his contractor's license right when he got out of school. Okay, so it's not the same for everybody. And that's a whole different ball of wax when you get down to that. So the school's anywhere from 9 to 10 months. So I suggest you get job placement. Get out there, start learning how to troubleshoot in the field, because this stuff they teach you in school is not always up to date. Everything's changing. Every week, every month, HVAC changes. And if you don't stay up to date with it, you're gonna be left behind. So learn how to diagnose, learn how to install, okay? Once you get those down pretty well, then you wanna learn how to sell, okay? So you need to learn how to sell and talk to customers. If you like doing commercial, then focus on commercial. If you like doing residential, then do residential. If you like just selling, then just sell for a company. I know people that are in sales, they're in their mid-20s, 30s, and they make way more than the installers or the technicians. Some of them are making $200,000, $300,000 a year. And just because they can sell ice to Eskimos, they're good. They can't turn a wrench or figure anything out, but they can sell. And there's nothing wrong with that. So you get into a company, and remember, this is gonna be a 4-year process. So if you don't have any engineering background. So you get into the company the first year, you learn how to install, you learn how to diagnose. And then towards the end of that first year, second year, you wanna start learning how to sell. And remember, you don't have to stay with one company. So look at a company, you get on with company A, and they're doing, $5 million a year. Then you see a bigger company, company B, that's doing $25 million a year. Well, usually that company B is probably gonna be bigger, possibly, but if they're around the same size, then they're probably doing something better with advertisement and sales. And that's key later on down the road. So you wanna get in there and learn how to sell. So you're probably gonna be, 2.5, 3 years into the process, and they're probably going to let you use your school for experience as well. So you're probably 2 years down, 2.5 years in now, right? So once you learn how to diagnose, once you learn how to install, once you learn how to sell, those three things right there, once you learn those three things, you should never, ever go hungry or be without money again in this industry, okay? Because a lot of people only don't ever master all three or aren't good at all three. It's either two, one or two at the most, okay? So you learn how to sell, you learn how to diagnose, and you learn how to install, okay? And everybody's gonna think differently when I tell them this. So now that you're out there into your third year, you're gonna have a CRM software, you're working for this company. So learn how to master using that CRM software with your presentations for customers. And once you do that, take that on a smaller scale and tailor it to yourself. Get a CRM software, get a business going on the side, okay? But keep working that 9 to 5. Don't break away. Don't tell anybody what you're doing, especially don't tell the company, because they're not going to want you to do that. That's competition, and they don't want, a conflict of interest. And some companies will let you do that. But if you're going to, talk to them and they let you do that, that's fine. But you're just going to do that on a smaller scale on the side. Now remember, all this money they're giving you over those 3 years is what you're going to use, or over that year, is what you're going to use to get this business rolling on top of what you're making. So you're going to need a CRM software, okay? And you're going to have to advertise, because once you get out there and start, working on your own, jobs just don't pop up. It's not just like, bam, okay, I'm out here, I put an ad up, everybody comes running, and the money's great. It doesn't work like that. So you get out there and you start working on your own and apply for your contractor's license. Get a business established. I kind of went ahead of myself there, but before you get the CRM software and start doing all that stuff, you want to apply for your contractor's license, okay? And each state's different. California's a little bit more stricter than other states. That's why we can transfer our license to other states in most cases without problems. Like Texas, we can go to Texas, we can go to Arizona, we can go to Nevada. But in order to come in from Texas, you've got to get a C20 in California. It doesn't transfer over. So my suggestion is, and I'm sorry if I skipped around a little bit, my suggestion is when you get to that 3 year mark, start applying for your contractor's license, because it's going to take you about 6 months. In California, they give you a, what do they call that, a front of the line, so to speak. If you're ex-military, you can get bumped up and get in there faster. So now you apply for your contractor's license, you take your business test, you pass that, you take your trade test, you pass that, you get your bond and all that stuff, right? So that's about a $2,000, $3,000 process. You get now you're licensed. Now you have a license to go out there and work. So, but keep your 9 to 5. Keep that 9 to 5 job. Then once you get in there with the company, take what they're doing, if it's successful, and scale it down to something you can use for yourself. You have your CRM software, you have all your pricing, you have your diagnostic tool bag, you have your sales tool bag, you have your installation tool bag. So now you got to get a CRM software, and you got to do a little bit of advertisement. If you don't want to do that, another way to get your feet wet is to sign up with home warranty companies. It's not going to pay great, and you're going to be going in behind some hacks, stuff like that, but you're going to get out there, get your foot in the door, and that'll allow you to sell other things that you're good at selling. And those customers will refer you if you do good work for them, okay? So that's my little tidbit of what I would do if you were in the military on your way out. Take advantage of the school they're going to pay for. Take advantage of the money they're going to pay for. Get in with a company. Get experience. Learn how to diagnose. Learn how to install. Learn how to sell. Towards the end of that, once you get going, then apply for your contractor's license. Once you get your contractor's license and you have your tools and you have your truck, slowly find a way to advertise, slowly find a way to get your feet wet, depending on what industry you want to be in. You don't like being around people, then you're probably going to focus on commercial. But as a contractor, you should be able to focus on all three, or not all three, but everything, residential, commercial, I wouldn't say industrial, just starting out. And then, like I said, it just doesn't pop up overnight. You're gonna have to go out there and get those 5-star Google reviews. You're gonna have to work at it. But if you're good at what you do, word of mouth travels fast. And if you start getting good Google reviews, you know, take the money that you're making, a bulk of that, and put it back into your business. And this doesn't apply to everybody. Some people have a big family. Some people have to pay for, you know, homes and everything else. So they don't have all that money just to throw back into the business. But I suggest you do that. You can take a loan out. I never took a loan out. All my stuff is paid for up front. I don't have any overhead. My situation is a little different. I'm retired. I don't do this to put food on the table. I do this because I love it, and I do it because it's fun. So that's why I don't care if I go to work or I don't. You know, it doesn't matter if I go or I don't go. So either way, I'm good to go. Not everybody's like that. But if you have any questions or comments that you want to ask me, feel free to reach out, and I'll answer any of those questions. Like I said, everybody has a different path or a different option. People think differently. Some people are going to watch this video and be like, oh no, that's a stupid way to do it. Just go get a $150,000 loan and buy all your truck. If you don't have to take a loan out, don't do it. You know, until you get rolling. And I suggest when you're ready to take that loan out, that you know you're going to be able to dump that into SEO, marketing, or whatever. And you know that if you're taking out 150 grand, you're going to be able to turn that into 800 grand. You know what I mean? That's when you start taking money out and leveraging against yourself or betting on yourself. But like I said, I hope this helps somebody out there that is trying to do this on their own. And if you're not in the military, it's the same process. It's just going to not be free. Basically, the school's not going to be free. And it's not free anyway. They earned it. But it's the same process. Get into school, learn how to diagnose, learn how to install, and get the tools, learn how to sell. If you can sell, diagnose, install, and manage your time, you're never going to have a problem. And I think that's across the board for all the trades. So again, if I missed something in this video, go ahead, leave a comment, let me know. If I didn't miss anything, or if I didn't answer any questions that someone may have, hit me up. If you have questions about contractors licensing school, hit me up. If you're in California, other states I'm not privy to. But if you're in California, I can give you the right direction you need to go to do that, okay? So like I said, I hope this helped some people out there, and that's it for me. Have a great weekend, a happy holiday, and I'm on to the next one.